Okay, we're going to try this again. Patrick here. Oh boy, did I mess up that last recording. I just, buttons, so many buttons. That's the button I should have pressed right there. But I left it on this right here, and I did all sorts of things on screen and babbled on and on and on, and all you could see was my face. So instead of using this one, which puts me in that part of the screen, I'm going to use this one I set up. Right now I'm using OBS. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with it. Um, I'm still getting used to it. And I'm still waiting for my new mic and my new 4K webcam to show up. So it looks better. So today's project is to keep my brain alive. And minutes ago, my brain was not alive. I left my big mug right covering all of this stuff here. And especially when we get into uh, the actual Android Studio, and I start talking about things in here, it'll be nice to see things in here that I'm talking about. Right now, this icon running devices, I have my phone plugged into it. This is the project that it works. Doesn't do much. Just enter next. Click done. And when you click login, it passes this information from username and password field uh, through a back page. The back office takes it up. And so when you press login, that right there, that pop up, that it's called a toast. I know that much. Uh, Indicates that this file, main activity.kotlin, that's like Java. Today's Java. But this stuff in here is where all the magic happens. In activity underscore main, we're just dealing with the layout, just the graphical interface. So let's start going on this before I make this too long. Here in activity underscore main, I'm going to go for a split view. This thing that says hello world here. Uh, Highlight it, cut it. Is there delete? Refactor probably. Uh, Sometimes it'll ask you when you delete something, it'll ask you if you want to refactor it, and you should probably always do that. So we're going to cut that text view out. Now you see over here on our design view that hello world text is gone in the middle. The next thing we're going to do is change the layout. I'm using all these constraints. Previously, I've only done projects that involved constraining things to the left edge, the right edge, the thing above it, the thing below it. But instead, now we're going to use a relative layout. I don't know why it doesn't say relative layout there. We're going to leave that for a minute and see what the guy says.
language, let it be recommended. Click on finish. So our project is loaded. We have two files, main activity.kt and activity main.xml
Blah, blah,
here,
blah.
so that we can see the code and the design at the same time. So first of all, say hello to this hello world
I'm
and delete
gone.
it and make this constant layout as a relative layout for now.
See now
So for that,
here
what we will do, we will
on
go to
his
resource.
screen, we got that closing tag. This is a problem. Now I'm telling you, uh, I didn't get it. Didn't say close. Well, you know what? The thing I have to look for, probably hiding. No, thought it might be hiding over here somewhere. But let's just say relative layout. R, there it is. Relative layout. R. See that little R that I typed at the end of it? Relative layout. That little R would be fatal. I'm sure of it. It would mess us up and it would take hours to uh, be careful what you type. Be careful what Android Studio does for you when it auto completes, because it doesn't really always auto complete correctly. So, dude says what? What next?
Drawable, new,
We're going to
drawable
make the
resource file.
gradient.
We can create any background. So let's say login back.
Okay, I know how to do that. Let's tab once in. Open. G. R. No, wait. Doing it wrong. Doing it way wrong. The background, this blue and red transition, is its own file. We have to go into resources, into drawable. There's only a couple of items in there right now. Do a right click for a new drawable resource file. Call it background underscore transition. This gradient is actually a shape. I just typed S. Hit enter. It's all here. We're just creating a file called background transition. So we're in that file, background transition. Again, it doesn't give us the close. Close shape. Come on. Why aren't you doing this? Shapes. Just kind of thinking about it. Backspace and get rid of that S I typed. All right. Enter, enter. Up, up. Tab. Open. Did you see all that flash by? G, gradient. And here's all our options. We're going to pick a type of gradient that will be linear. Move outside of that parentheses there, or else it'll move with you. I've had big problems with that, having to shift the cursor to the end of the line, or else it'll start moving that uh, apostrophe. double apostrophe, quote sign. God, I'm dumb. Uh, Type linear, which needs an angle, and we're going to tell it a 90-degree angle. Shifty, click outside of that thing. We're still inside a gradient, and we're going to give it a start color. I'm just going to say white. See that little white box pop up? We're going to come back here in a minute. It's very important. A space. And what goes with the start color is end color. So we just hit enter. It's thinking for us. Shift down, move down once, arrow down once to black. And there you can see a second little color square. Click on the white square. Here's our black and whites. Those are colors that are in, can't see it, right here, values. Oh, colors, right. Open up our colors file. We only have two colors identified, black and white. And those are the hex numbers, hex names. Close colors. Let's go to background transition. And we're changing. Okay, we're in background transition file. Click on a white, click on custom. What do we want? Start color goes on top. Let's put our selector in. So I guess is how it works. And then we can move the bar to blue. Now you notice that little white square is blue. Click on the black. This is a left click on the black, custom. Put the selector in there and just stick with that red. Just click out of there. Now we have blue and red as a gradient. Background transition is our file name. Going to our activity main. Above tools. Just to keep all these together. We can put in our background. Background, call for an Android background equals, now we have to find it, what was it called? Background transition. So I thought once that this is all alphabetized, but you know what? It's not. And then I thought maybe the newest ones are added to the top, or maybe they're added to the bottom. But no, here this one is just hanging out right there towards the bottom, background transition. Double click that, goes in there. Now, close this folder, gets a little bit of real estate back. Draw us out here so we can see our design. And you can see our background. We take the background out. Cut. It's our white background that comes out of the box. Right click, paste. Boom, there's a background. Oh, more. Paste. Suppress alert. I know about Control V. I just don't use it every time I want to paste. This has been very pesky. It's been bugging me about using keyboard shortcuts. And you have to get down there quickly and click on more in order to suppress. I've gone into settings to try and suppress these pop-up messages, these keystroke or key. I don't know. I don't know, it gave me a headache. Didn't matter. I quit. So we have a background. In a relative layout. If I recall correctly, we're going to give ourselves a new layout. Linear layout. Width, match parent. A height, wrap content. You see, it didn't give me a close sign. Like that. Which would mess us up later. What's dude say?
Background. Click on OK. So here instead of selector we'll use shape, which will be button. You can use find view ID,
What have
username
I
input,
done?
for password input, login button,
Oh, I jumped
so
ahead.
that we can put the linear layout in a center and we can arrange the
All right,
items
all
in
right.
vertical order. So linear layout, match parent, height will be wrap content, gravity will be center, and orientation
Gravity,
will
we
be
got to
vertical.
put in
Inside
an
this linear layout we will add,
orientation.
first thing we will add is image view.
Gravity and orientation. Joink. Gravity, center, and enter. Orientation, vertical. All stacked up one on top of the other. It's not side by side, it's on top of each other. So vertical it is. Is it?
So image
Vertical.
view, let's
Right
give
there.
size 160 dp.
Okay. Ah, take a break. And take a break. Ah, smoke 'em if you got 'em. All right, so back in Android, will this linear layout work? Think it's that. That. I'm looking at my other screen. See if maybe I'll do this faster. See, I'm already at about 19 minutes. His whole video is less than 9 minutes. He does this thing. He does the front end. He does the fleshes out the back end, and it works the first time for him. Um, Frustrating. Thanks for putting in. I'm gonna add an image view. We're gonna the width will match the parent. The height, wrap content. No, it's totally wrong. It's supposed to give it a solid size, 160. And close up. See some red? I see red. Get your choice of DP or SP. DP for just spaces here and there. SP if it has to do with the font size. So this little box popped up, but it's not what his box looks like. Match parent, wrap content, gravity center, orientation vertical, a little close tag. Let's see now, his over here says linear layout. I just typed the first two characters. It came alive. Now, back to this. Now it's in the set. Oh, now we've got, see what giving it that close tag uh, produces what this guy is doing with his.
And we have to give the source of image
Here,
view.
the
So
little
from where
square
we will
right
add, we can
there.
add your own image, or we will go to drawable, new, vector
And
asset.
what he's going to do now is put an icon right in the center there, this thing, and it's a vector graphic. That's a drawable thing, so click drawable, click a new, and go to vector assets because there are a bunch of them in that box. Loading icons. We'll just give it a second to show off all the icons that you do get to use. See the size of that scroll bar? Okay. I don't even know what these things mean. But the scroll bar, bring you through. And it's still loading up. It just jumped back to the top. Why? Filled, it said. Finally showed up here. Filled. Icons. So many icons. They all have names like cake, calculate, calendar month. So if I type in account, it has account balance wallet, account box, account in a box, account in a circle. And that's what he's used here. Let's use, why not use the same one? Highlight, okay. Size is 100. Oops, not 11. 100. 100. And the color is, if black is 6 zeros, then white is 6 F's. Bing. And it doesn't get higher than that. F is as high as it goes. It's got numbers, it's got A through F. So, click finish. Put our cursor. Gotta edit that out. Not sure where I left off. That was a phone call. We are here in Android Studio. We just got this little field to appear properly. Let's let's just keep you small. Smaller. All right. Can I grab you? Move up at all, are you? Okay. Now let me tell you, if you ever use this hand here, make sure to unuse it, or else clicking other things becomes real problematic. So again, this little hand screen, hold spacebar and drag, hold spacebar and drag. It's the same as if you click blue. If you unclick it, you can still do it. But point is, we've got this linear layout going on with a row at the top, and in the center of it, a 160 by 160 dp square, in which we're going to baseline account. We're going to put in, how do we do that? I feel so stupid. Um, Background, source, source, and we're looking for baseline account circle at number 24. Baseline account circle number 24. Here it is. Clicker. There are the brains. There's the brains. I need more brains. Okay. Close that for a minute. Want to create a shortcut for running devices? More suppress alert for this shortcut because I'm just not there yet for shortcuts. Okay. Just not there yet. Click out of there. Click out of there. Click down. Now the next thing we're going to do, did that. Mm. We're going to move this. We're going to move this to the center of the screen, and since it is up here, we're going to park ourselves in right after it and give it a gravity, an old gravity of center, and what are they doing here? Now here's this extra thing called padding. What does padding do? Padding, they're putting in how much padding? They put in 16 pads. 16 dp. 16 dp, which gave us a little bit of space between the edge of the screen and where were little boxes. Otherwise, this line would be right on top. These lines would be right on top of each other. How am I looking here? How am I looking here? Pretty good. So far, so good. Now, get this stuff done. Open. Username goes in edit text. layout width, match parent, layout height, wrap content. There's a bunch of stuff going on here. Sure, I'm out of the parentheses. Edit text gets things like hints. Our hint is username. Edit text gets things like color, text color. Just type in color. We can find text color. And the text color we are going to use, white. The hint color. For some reason also white. See where the cursor is? See where that close parenthesis is? Or close quote is? Boy, I'm stupid. I gotta brush up on my grammar. Out of there, or else things would go haywire. Now we got text color, we got the hint color. The last thing we need is a size. Text size. Let's make it 24 dp. No, not dp, because this is a font size. SP. End. Do I put one of these here? Don't know. Make you big. Zoom. Use suppress. Zoom in. Suppress. Okay, we have a line that says username. We want to give it a box with rounded corners. That's a drawable item. New drawable resource file. Rounded corner. The shape. And exactly what do I do? With the gradient. Corners. Corners. We're making corners. With the radius of this has closed behind it. Why? I don't understand yet. Don't understand yet. And stroke, I don't understand either. Capital, no. Just a S. Stroke, stroke, width. One dip. I don't know what a dip is yet. We can also give it a color of what? And that gets closed off. Corners. The stroke. See if this works. Rounded corner. Activity main. Edit text. Uh, oh, it's a background. Rounded corner. Now, white stroke, rounded corner. Oh, suppress this. Just suppress it. Just suppress it. It gets in my way. Like the mouse. Evil. Evil. Okay, we're almost done. We're almost done with part one. We're going to give it an ID. ID equals username underscore inputs. These IDs become a headache. You just watch.
See, it is looking like this. Now let's get padding. Integrity. Input type will be text. If you are doing it, you can set it as text with address and needs with ID to read the username.
Oh, I got a couple more lines to put in here. Get some padding. 18. And this is probably very important. Input type. This one is just text. Next, we'll use text password. And then over here on my other monitor, I see he gives it finally the username inputs.
Input. Here we can give margin
Well,
for as 32 dp.
why? Why do we go back up here? Margin, some kind of margin. Layout, margin, top. 32 dp. And I think that just pushed this down right here. Now, It's finally done.
Or we can have it space between this.
Yep.
Now let's copy this edit text.
And the full on close. Right? Here's the magic, folks. Copy paste. Copy. Joink, joink. Control V. Make mom happy. So, first thing, we're going to change this space right here in half to 18 dp. We're going to change username hints to password is the new hint. Input type see if we can backspace, backspace, backspace. Input type. Good. I did that to get this list to pop up. It's the only way I figure out off the top of my head how to get the list to pop up. So this type, whereas the type up here was just text, this type for our password input type will be text password. And we will change the ID to password underscore input. So we just doubled our fun right there. Hate to spoil the fun. 45 minutes already, and we haven't even run. Let's cross our fingers and hope that actually something actually runs. Because, well, we don't have the login button. But I just don't have time to. I don't know how he does this in 8 minutes and 40 seconds. Is how he compresses all this down to, which just really just makes it. It's taken me a couple of weeks, to be able to follow along like this, knowing that in the end it does work. It does work, but there's a long way to go yet. Um, Gradle is still building. You can see here our little run wheel is spinning. First time it takes longer. The first time you want to run your app, it does take longer than subsequent times after you start making little changes and keep running it. And you want to do that after every little change. Run it again to see if you broke it, because you can fix it immediately and you don't have to wonder how deep and how bad your mess really is. You can just go and probably hit Control Z, and everything's working again. Gradle's still running. Looking at my phone, I still got my old one up here. Here's my running device. That's the old one. So you still got to put that login button in. Hit 45 minutes just now. Not really. I got to edit out some time here when that phone call came in. I'd call it a survey, but it wasn't a survey. So, see what we did this time? Put the red on top, the blue on the bottom. Pretty crazy. Gradle build, running, 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 running. Click here to see all running background tests. Tags. Same thing. So let me tell you about myself. My name is Patrick. I'm 62 and I'm retired. Look at that. Ha ha ha. Just like talking about me. The Gradle build failed. Why did it fail? Here's where some detective work introduces you to new things in Android Studio. I don't see any red in this file. Rounded corners, we can close that file. The background transition, the gradient. Uh, Red lines there. Colors. We should add a new color. Trouble. New. New what? New color. Boy, I don't know how to do that. Don't know how to do that except by brute force. Okay, copy and paste. I want a blue. And I'm going to use this to get me the hex code. Blue. Nice blue. Hex code 0617FB. Copy. Close. Minimize. Leave the two leading F's in there for some reason. Don't really know why. Find out if it works in a minute. Paste. And look, blue. So apparently it works. Don't know why those two leading F's are uh, in front of the other hex codes. But now, when we get to adding in the login button, we can color the login text blue. Gradle workers internal, Gradle workers internal, Gradle workers internal. Failure while executing COM Android build. What's in main activity? Nothing red so far. One thing I learned was this icon here, this main menu. You click it, and some of the drop downs are so long that you get lost right away. So you have to come in from the other side to build and rebuild project and clean, assemble bug, debug. It's doing stuff. If we see a red line fly through here, There we go. That's our problem. Background transition element gradient must be followed. Now, I've done this before. I've banged my head against this very, very, very background transition. All right, gradient. See right here? Nothing at the end. Let's try a simple greater than. Oh, simple greater than. Get rid of it. Simple. And it just put that in for giggles. I'm going to delete it. And let's run it again. And if we see any red coming through here, we know we got problems. Ah! 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 File. Build. Rebuild my project. We're not even done yet, and it doesn't work. By the full, really? See, I did. I don't know what I'm doing here. See that? It didn't come up for us originally. So, oh, wrong backspace. RO, right backspace. Can I get this right yet? And I lost my end color. I got my window. My red, right, my red. All right, backspacing. I'm hitting backspace or delete too fast. Why am I doing that? Let's try again. Again. There are other two shapes and close shapes in here. Ah, rebuild it, right? Debug it. Huh? Slash grader. I swear. Again, red lines. Absolute failure. See, how long are we into this? Coming up on an hour. I got to take a break because this is too much. This guy's, and this is my critique of this guy's. I know it works, but this simple login, dude, this one here, Easy Tuto. First, it's not quite American English by any stretch of the imagination. And second, look, it's 8 minutes 41, 8 minutes 40 seconds. I'm at an hour, and I don't have anything that even approaches functional. And so it gets very frustrating. Uh, very frustrating. I've already got a working copy of it. It took me hours. It took me hours, literally hours, and it took me the help of some AI to get it running. But 8 minutes and 40 seconds. This is not simple, especially if you're a beginner like me. My critique of this uh, is it simple? No, it is not simple. It is a pain. It is frustrating, and if you're not tenacious about it, you're never going to get it to work because it's not simple. It just isn't. So I'm going to give up, and I'm going to keep hammering away at this, make a second portion of the video, and keep on going with this. But for now, uh, honestly, for now, I've had it. I've had it. I have to take a break. What time is it? Yeah, I need to take a break from this before I start getting too anxious, too frustrated. This makes me so frustrated. So, I hope you enjoyed. No success at all. Uh, if you enjoyed No Success, like and subscribe because I could use a like and a subscriber. I have a subscriber. Well, on my way to 1 million any time now, any day now. Bye.